I'm a photographer and videographer.
What do most people charge to do what you do?
I don't know, Dan.
If you can't even say, here's my price, confidently, all I'm thinking is this dude shaking, holding the camera at my wedding, pissing himself. And I'm gonna say, I don't want to hire that guy.
Yeah.
Rob is a wedding videographer struggling to make money in his business and charge his worth. I'm gonna break down his entire business and show him how to triple it in the next 6 months. And I'm gonna share some valuable lessons you can use right now to make more money. Let's watch. How much money are you making with this business right now?
Not enough, Dan.
How much?
Oh, barely make $5 a month. 5,000.
$5,000?
Yeah.
Okay.
Barely.
You sent me a video before this, and it sounds like you're undercharging and you have problems asking for this sale.
Yeah.
Give me an example of a job you've done recently. Has it been a wedding? Has it been what has it been?
So I mean, we can just talk about managing a podcast and how we're I guess kind of on a podcast.
So
right?
you filmed the podcast.
I do, yeah.
Give me a more traditional example.
Okay. Did a commercial for a small business.
30-second commercial, 50-second commercial,
like a 2-minute commercial, yeah.
2-minute commercial.
Yeah.
And you went out there with cameras. You edited it. All this. Okay. How much did you charge for that?
$2,500.
$2,500. Did you shoot it on a phone?
Yeah. No.
What'd you shoot on? What do you shoot on?
Canon R5.
$2,500, and you shot it, and you edited
edited
everything?
Animations.
Animations?
Yeah, man. Typography animation. Yeah, all kinds of crazy stuff.
Okay. Give me another example.
Is that not good enough?
No, I just want another example.
I appreciate it.
Wedding or?
Yeah, so the last wedding I did was $1,500 for the video.
$1,500.
Yeah.
What do most people charge to do what you do?
I don't know, Dan.
You don't know.
I don't know.
You haven't taken time to research what your competitors or your market charges.
No.
Why?
Didn't know I was supposed to.
Come on. Yeah. You're serious.
Yeah, no, I've
So how do you know what to charge then? How do you know what the market rate is?
I don't know.
Well, then how do you even know if you're undercharging?
Because I've seen other photographers and videographers in much better states of their charge for their business.
Well, I just asked you if you knew what they charged.
Yeah, but on average, I don't. So I've looked at a couple,
on,
but not
man.
I haven't dove into
More Kamala Harris answers here.
I'm not trying to be a politician, Dan. I promise.
Neither is she. What? Successfully. What do they charge?
I'm not sure. I mean, I saw the prices of this place that we're currently in, and I was like, whoa, I definitely have to step it up.
I don't even know what they're charging, to be honest with you. Joe knows. I have no idea what you guys charge. I don't care, okay? But give me an example of a wedding or a normal, because podcasts, that's a kind of a weird off
niche. Yeah.
Niche.
I mean, I've seen some of the video. One of the video that I've worked with in the past, videographers I've worked with in the past, was charging anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000
for a
wedding video.
Wedding video.
Yep.
Okay. 3 to 5 and you charge $1,500.
Yes.
Why?
It was probably stems from the belief that my product hadn't really ventured into that space, so I didn't have the prerequisite video to show as an example of my work.
You didn't have a demo video.
Right.
Do you think possibly that's because you don't have a defined market and you're just doing random jobs instead of saying, I'm a wedding photographer, I'm a business commercial?
I could see that for sure.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When's the last time you went to the doctor? You don't go to the
Last
doctor.
year.
Did you general practitioner or go to a
Yeah, I
specialist?
go annually once a year.
Okay, if you broke your foot, who would you go to?
Walk-in clinic, I guess.
If you broke your foot, you go to the walk-in. Bro. If you had cancer, who would you go to?
Yikes, man! I don't know. I would definitely have to look at the area and figure out who I would have.
What
to go.
type of doctor? Work with me here.
Just a general doctor, physician. That's who I go to. Yeah.
You know they have doctors for cancer. Right?
Yeah. No. Absolutely. Yeah. I know that, but I don't know who I would go see for such a thing.
If you had skin issues, what type of doctor would you go to?
A skin doctor?
Dermatologist.
A dermatologist.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Would you go to a foot doctor?
Yeah.
You'd go to a foot doctor for skin issues.
If I had foot problems.
Me in the face.
You started this line of questioning if I broke my foot, and now you're throwing.
Well, because you're not, you're literally not giving me, you're barely hanging on to this conversation by a thread. Listen, skin issues, you go to dermatologist. You don't go to a foot doctor, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, why?
Because he's a skin doctor.
Right, he's a specialist in your problem, right?
Right.
So if I want to hire a videographer for my wedding,
You go to a videographer who does weddings.
a wedding videographer, right? I don't go to just some random person who has all these random things. You've done a lot of work at your prices. I imagine you have.
Yes, I've done quite a bit. Yeah.
Okay, what's the number one type of client you've worked with that has been the easiest to do, lowest amount of work, and just generally the easiest to fulfill?
Yeah, probably the $1,500 wedding.
So weddings.
Yeah.
Okay, weddings. Okay, wedding videographer. Got it. What's to prevent you from just committing the next 90 days to only doing weddings, building up your wedding portfolio?
Nothing.
So why don't you do it?
Fear. Not receiving the income that I need to pay for my bills throughout my house.
So you're afraid to do the thing that would make more money because you might not make more money?
I guess, yeah, when you say it like that, it sounds kind of stupid. But
do you think it's smarter to stick with one client and build a portfolio around that, or to just do random stuff so that you can't? So it's smarter, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that you'd be able to charge more if you did that? Do you think it'd be easier to get a yes if you did that?
Probably.
So you're not doing that because you're afraid if you do that, you might make money?
Stop making me feel this way, Dan.
You came out here, man. Like you want help or you want to feel good?
I do. Yeah, no.
You can't cash in feelings at the bank. Okay?
Amen. I wish you could, though.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you'd be rich, right?
I would be.
Yeah. I got you. Why don't we make a plan to do that, man? Pick a client. $1,500 for a video wedding. Did you take photos as well?
It was killer.
It was good?
It was good.
Why didn't you just say $3,000?
Because I already made the deal at $1,500.
I know that, but when you said $1,500, why didn't you just say $3,000? What's the core issue here?
I'm not sure, man. I've struggled with this for forever.
Describe to me what you're struggling with exactly.
I struggle with the ability to charge high price.
What about just talking to people, asking for the sale?
It depends on what kind of sale we're talking about, but
are you married?
Yeah, absolutely. So that's a sale. That's why I say.
Yeah. How were you with women when you were? Before you were married, was it easy for you to talk to women?
Do I have to answer that question? There's potential that my wife will see this.
I mean,
this is a loaded question.
Okay,
Dan.
fine.
When
you met your wife, was it easy for you to talk to her?
Yes, yeah.
So is it easy? Why is it hard for you to talk to business owners?
Because I know how hard people work for their money, or at least how hard I've worked for money. And it's like, I don't know, there's always been this fear of taking what somebody else has worked hard for to earn it, and then them not feeling like they got value back.
Do your videos suck?
No.
Well, then why would you be worried about that?
You know what, Dan? You stop making me feel stupid.
Do you want me to do my job or not do my job?
You're so right, man. Absolutely.
Okay, so you produce great videos.
At least I believe so.
Have you ever had a client say, this sucks?
Yeah, oh yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
How many times?
Not very often, but there's been that like one or two are off. Yeah.
Out of how many?
It's a very small percentage.
Okay, so it's a very small percentage. Yeah. Within the normal.
Most of the time it's like, yeah, man, you do great work. Like I got to tell everybody, my auntie, you got to know about this.
So you have overwhelmingly positive feedback from your clients.
Think so, yeah.
You think it's good, but you're worried about taking their money for something that's great. And you do already know that you're undercharging. So where is this fear stemming from?
I really don't know.
Are you more afraid of the no, or the rejection, or?
I don't think so, because I mean, I've gotten no's. It's just, I think it's I have in debt, man, massively in debt. I'm the only one who's bringing in funding for my household to provide for my wife and my 5-month-old son, and to not be able to pay my bills is a definite fear.
So walk me through the last situation you had where you let your fear cost you a sale or charging as much as you should.
2 weeks ago, I was having a conversation with a newly engaged couple. We were talking about services that would be provided, photo services. And when given the price, they kind of like got cold feet and immediately like ducked off on the call.
What was the price you gave them?
It was $2,000.
They just said no, or?
It's not that they said no, but you got the, we'll have to get back to you kind of conversation that started.
Yeah, they're probably shopping for price quotes. So
yeah,
what?
Absolutely.
Did you follow up more than once?
Yeah, up to 3 times.
Okay, and nothing?
Yeah, nothing.
Okay.
Just ghost.
How many people did you talk to?
For that one?
That last week, let's just say.
That was the only wedding conversation.
Okay. Do you expect that every single person you talk to is going to say yes?
No.
Are you letting that one experience define anything about your business or your ability to charge or ask for money or anything?
I don't think it's defining it.
Well, in your video, because I watched your video that you sent before we booked this, you said that you struggle to ask for the sale.
Yes.
So it almost seemed like, forget about price for a moment, you just struggle with even asking for, even talking to these people. Is that correct?
Yeah.
What you just described to me, it sounds like you said you did ask for the sale. So just give me some clarity on the actual issue here.
The point, I can go through talking about services, what's going to be provided, and showing the value. But when we come to the point of asking for the sale, asking for the credit card or, paying on invoice or however they're going to be, facilitating the end of the transaction, that's where my confidence just slumps off. And I couldn't tell you why.
Can you walk me through a conversation? So let's say I'm getting married. How do you start the conversation out?
Hey, Dan, it's great to have you on the phone call today. Thank you so much for for taking the time out of your day to spend with me.
Okay, never say
Congratulations.
Never say that. Never say thank you for taking the time out, because what you're basically saying is you're putting yourself in a position like you're of lower status, and you're saying thank you for giving me your time. You can say, I'm glad you've decided to capture this moment and cement it in history. Like you're assuming the sale, you're congratulating on them.
Yeah, see, I normally congratulate them on them getting married.
Congratulations on being this call today. I'm so happy that you found your soulmates and that you're taking the steps and you've decided to invest capturing these moments.
Wow. Can I get that on?
Yeah, you get a copy.
Cool. Okay. That was great.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. It's
because
totally
now what they're
approach.
thinking is, oh shit, yeah, this is an important day. Yeah, this is going to be captured. You're slowly but surely assigning value to this whole interaction. You're assuming that they want to invest in this, and you're making it sound like it's the right thing, very subtly. But it's important. What's next? What do you say next?
Well, after welcoming them to the call, I usually start trying to dig into that day. Where do we have our venue? How far are we into our planning? Trying to gauge where they're at in their process of planning. If they've talked to other photographers, things of that nature. So that's where I try to dive into.
Why are you asking if they talk to other photographers?
If they've already shopped the market, to see if they have had any experience where they've been on the phone with another photographer and the photographer or videographer has said something, didn't vibe with them. And that was the reason why they got off the call, to avoid that.
When are you getting married?
When am I getting married? I'm already married.
Bro, come on.
I
Holy When are you getting married?
So you want me to ask them when are they getting married?
I want you to role play with me. When
Okay.
are you getting married?
I'm getting married in August.
In August. Congratulations. Okay. How do you see the day going? What are you looking to capture? Is there anything particular you're looking for? Are you looking for behind the scenes? Are you looking to just have photos? Give me a little bit more idea of how you envision your wedding.
Yeah, so my wife and I would like to have our entire day captured. I want to make sure that we capture my wife getting ready.
Okay.
Prior to the event.
Got it.
The event going. Absolutely have to capture the big kiss in the ring trade, so the ceremony. And then we're looking to have evening celebration captured as well.
So if I'm hearing you correctly, it sounds like you want to have the entire day, but most of the focus on your wife. It is her day. You don't want to lose a single one of these moments. You don't want to lose the kiss. You don't want to lose her getting ready. You want to capture all the important moments, correct?
Yes.
How important is it to you that all of these moments get captured correctly and that they look as good as they possibly can?
Very important, yeah.
Very important. Like, so on a scale of 1 to 10, like 10?
Yeah.
Got it. So that's how I would start, because I'm assigning value. They're saying how important it is. It's a 10 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. $2,000 doesn't sound so high if I just told you that it's a 10 out of 10 that I want this to be done, right?
Right.
Based on what you're telling me, it sounds like I can help. What I specialize in is the moments, meaning instead of just like most photographers taking random photos, et cetera, I am 100% laser focused on what I call the core moments. Her getting ready, the ring exchange, the kiss, the dance with the father. You just repeat back what they said. So it sounds like it's perfect for them. And then you say, my number one goal is to make sure not a single one of those moments is missed. Because the worst thing is regardless of what you pay a videographer or a photographer, the worst thing that can happen is you pay them and you don't get those moments, because can we both agree they only happen once? So it sounds like I can help you. I'd like to go ahead and explain how my service works, and then you can tell me if it sounds good to you or not. Sound fair?
Absolutely.
Okay, so see how I'm getting them to agree?
Yeah.
I'm setting the frame. I'm keeping them within the bounds of the call. I'm not letting it just go off into the abyss, right? And then you explain pricing, right? And how it works. You say, I arrive at the day of the event. I do this, I do that, right? So explain to me the hard part.
I guess, yeah, at this point, once we've gotten the yes that everything sounds great, this is when I tell them the price. And I know that I've heard and have been told in the past that you're just supposed to stay absolutely quiet after you've given price.
Well, yeah.
So that's,
okay, so we get to the hard part. I'm getting married.
This is $2,000 to capture your big day.
You just say that?
No. So it'd be $2,000 to capture your big day, as we just described. Will you be paying by cash or card?
Okay. All right. At this point, I would say, have you spoken to any other videographers?
No.
No, you haven't. Okay. Do they usually say no?
Sometimes they say yes.
Okay, got it. Are you more concerned about price or the end result?
That's a good one. But yeah, obviously the end result.
The end result. Okay, got it. I'm definitely not the cheapest. Not the most expensive, but I'm not the cheapest. So have you ever said anything like that?
No.
You've never set the frame like that?
I've never set the frame up like that. No, not at all.
So I'm not the most expensive, but
I've referred people and said that and like told them like, hey, by the way, they're not the cheapest person in the world, but myself personally, I've never done that.
Yeah. So, hey, I'm not the most expensive, but I'm certainly not the cheapest. So it may not be for you.
Taking it away from
Taking it away. Okay. But what I can guarantee you is that you won't miss a moment. So my services are as followed. It includes XYZ, ABC, and it's an investment of $3,000, and you don't have to worry about anything.
Wow. Can I have your brain?
There's a lot. There's an area of my brain that's the ghetto that you don't want to walk into.
That's okay. We'll just
we got that part
off.
Okay. Do you think your calls would go better if you framed it like that?
If you did my calls, absolutely they would go better if you did
I
my
did
calls.
your calls. Okay. Yeah, but there you go. You just say it like that, right? Yeah. Basically, and I hate to say this, you kind of like if they say that's too expensive, if you've set the frame properly, they're going to feel like a total if they say that's too expensive. Okay. Also, you need to say this with confidence.
Absolutely.
Okay, because if you sound like that, if you don't sound confident, I'm not going to feel you're confident. If you can't even say, here's my price, confidently, all I'm thinking is this dude shaking, holding the camera at my wedding, pissing himself, okay? All right? And I'm going to say, I don't want to hire that guy.
Yeah, absolutely. Right? Who would?
Yeah, exactly. Okay? So the question is, do you think that you can do this? Do you think that you can say it like that?
I think so, yeah.
Do you ever get any price objections, or do they just ghost you?
What do you mean by price objection?
Oh, that's too much. That's too little. Whatever.
Yeah, I've had clients in the past price reject them.
What do they say?
It's for this.
So when you say for this, are you referring to the most special day of your life?
Can I have your brain? Can we just go back to that point? Yeah.
Okay. Exactly. Is the wife on the phone?
So most of the time it is. You are talking to the wife because they're.
Yeah.
If are you married, Dan?
Yes, I am.
Did you do any of the planning for your wedding?
No.
Okay, exactly. So most of the time it's you're on the phone with the wife, and then they play the whole "let me talk to my husband" bit. Yeah, that's something that's very common as well. So the decision maker.
Yeah, that means that means they're trying to get off the phone.
Right.
Now let me ask you this: why are you doing this on the phone?
That's where most of my leads have come from. Is on the phone.
Why don't you go out and meet them in person?
True. I don't know.
I mean, why don't you sit down with them, have some nice photos, show them the photo, because people see photos online. Show them the photos in person, look them in the eyes, do a demo in person. Open up your laptop. I mean, you can send them stuff in advance if they ask, but hey, would you like to schedule a meeting? I'll sit down, I'll show you the photos, I'll walk you through everything. Sometimes people won't agree to that, but if an in-person demo is always going to convert better because you're in person. We're human beings. We connect more when we're like this. Sure. Now, for a lot of businesses, you can't do that. But for you, you're always going to be local, obviously. Yeah. Okay. Have you ever thought about doing that?
I haven't.
It's a lot harder to say no to someone when they're in front of you than it is when they're on the phone.
Absolutely.
So you might want to think about that.
Okay.
All right. Now, I also had a client years ago who would do this thing where she would go out and she would actually take photos during the meeting. So you could say, listen, I'm going to come out, and not only am I going to show you what I have to offer, and I'll show you my work, but you're seeing my work of someone else's wedding. So if you like, I'd like to take some engagement photos when I come out, and I'll show them to you right on the camera so you can see what they would look like. Okay.
Making the engagement session a one-off bit for an opportunity to do the sale.
So I used to own a restaurant, right? And we had a bar at the restaurant. We had these what they call shot girls. By the way, I don't condone alcohol anymore. I'm very against alcohol these days. But we increased sales for our shot girls by I think it was something crazy, like 400%. Because normally when a shot girl goes up, what do? They say, would you like a shot?
All right.
Okay. What we had them do was we just went like this.
Put it in their hand.
We didn't say anything. Right. They would grab it, and then we would say, do you want a shot? Because psychologically, it's a lot harder to hand something back, to give something back. Okay, it's the rule of possession. Once you possess something, it's way harder to give it back. So if you go out and you take photos, you know how women are, oh my God, I like that photo. If you do a good job, now to a degree, they feel like they've possessed it. They don't want to give it back. Can you go out and make a bomb-ass photo.
Absolutely.
Okay, so there's that as well. That's a little trick that you can do as well. She crushed it with that. She would do free engagement photos. And then she would get the wedding.
Yeah. She's right now I'm doing the free engagement session, but only after they've booked. So
not saying you need to do that. Maybe you don't need to.
Yeah. But it's a
great lead magnet. It's a great lead magnet. Hey, I'm doing free engagement photos. You only pay if you like them. If you didn't even want to give them for free, you could see you only pay if you like them.
Wow.
You know, and you upsell them on the way. See, what I would do is I would say, hey, I'm doing free engagement photo, or I'm doing engagement photos. They're free to take, and you only pay if you like them. If you don't like them, you don't have to pay a penny. And then when they say, hey, I like them, then you say, okay, do you have a wedding photographer? No, I don't. Well, if you book me for your wedding, I'll throw in the engagement photos for free. You don't even have to pay today. Just book me for your wedding. Put down a deposit. Or your engagement photos will serve as your deposit for the wedding. Talk to me more about how you're getting leads, how you're even getting in front of these people.
Most of it's word of mouth, actually.
No advertising, no Instagram.
I haven't had the funding back behind me to do so.
What funding do you need? You can't post your work on Instagram?
Oh, yeah, I could post, but doing like paid advertisements like on, Meta.
No, you can do organic.
Okay. I'm awful about posting on my own feed.
Okay, well, if you're overweight and you say, I'm awful about eating Snickers, I'm going to say, what's your own fault?
Right.
You can tell me you're awful at posting, but at the end of the day, you're sitting here telling me that you're struggling, that you need to pay the bills. Don't tell me you're awful at posting. Just post. Don't say that. There's no excuse for that. Just do it. What are you going to do? Say to your mortgage, I'm awful at paying my bills. Sorry. They're not. Okay, great. Get out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's not an excuse.
Absolutely.
You just got to do it. Do you struggle with just talking to somebody and pitching them?
What do you mean, like just pitching them like one like
let's say there's let's say there's a person on the street walking up to them randomly and saying, "Hey, do you need engagement photos? You need graduation photos?"
I don't do it, so I guess I'm kind of obliged. I have to say that I'm not comfortable doing it because I don't do it currently, but I could do it.
You think you could do it?
I think I could do it. Yeah.
You think you could do it?
Yeah.
You want to get up and go next door and pitch a business?
Ooh, let's do it.
You want to do it? Oh, I'm impressed.
Why not, man?
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it.
So, one more time. We're going to walk in, and what we're going to do?
We're going to ask for the owner.
Ask for the owner. Then what we're going to do?
We're going to ask them if they currently are making videos for their social media.
And then, regardless of what they say.
Can I get your email? Ay, man. You're making this so much more difficult looking at you and doing
Well, bro, if you can't do this, you're about to go in and do it for real.
Can I get your email so I can share? Oh, my God.
It's okay. It's all right. Listen. Just be relaxed. No one's going to pour acid on you if they say no, okay? Everything's fine. Hey, could I get your email? I'll send you over a commercial I just shot for another business, and if you like it, maybe we set up a time to chat.
Cool.
Keep it real chill, real, just relaxed. Okay. If you're relaxed, they'll be relaxed. If you're freaked out, they'll be freaked out, and they'll tell you to get the out, okay? All right, we good?
Yep.
All right.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Hey guys. What's up, man? How's it going? My name's Rob. Is the owner here?
The owner?
Yeah, the owner of the store. Yeah. Hey Caleb. My name's Rob. How are you, brother?
Nice to meet you.
Matt.
What's up?
See you, man.
How you doing,
You said your
man?
name's Matt?
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. Nice to meet you, Matt.
You too. What's going on?
How's your day going?
It's going great.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Hey, a question for you. Are you currently working on social media content?
A little bit, yes.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
How's that going for you?
It's going good.
If I could I get your email so I could share something with you later on? And
Sure.
if it makes sense, if you like the video that I made, I'd like to do some business with you. Would that be okay?
Sure. Yeah, you can send me an email for sure.
Awesome. Cool.
Matt Arroyo at Gmail.
Matt
Matt Arroyo. My name.
Matt Arroyo.
Matt Arroyo. M-A-T-T-A-R-R-O-Y.
I actually walked out of the office without my phone.
Classic mistake. Classic sales mistake.
Do you have a business card I can get from you, Matt, so I can contact you? Thanks, brother.
So what do you do?
So I help businesses in the area create content to help them grow on social media.
Okay.
And
Local or global?
Yes, sir. Locally. I'm up in Land O'Lakes. I've been in this area my whole life. How about you?
Tampa for 22 years.
Oh, local Tamponian, man. I like
But
it.
I mean, as in local reach, like a local business, or are you talking about like a national brand? Or
I mean, national brand if you have a national brand, but local if you're local, we can grow to that next level of national to international.
How did that feel?
Ooh, my chest right now is like.
So this is my good friend, Matt. Okay.
I figured as much when he said 400. I knew something was that, and it was awful, like going through it, and he was just rolling
You
into
might want to
it.
have mentioned you were a videographer because you came in and you didn't
Like,
say.
so what do you do?
Yeah, what you do? It's not so bad.
It's really
it's
not.
not bad.
Thanks, Matt. Thanks for playing along like I wasn't.
Nobody's
an
gonna
absolute
pour
idiot.
acid on you if you say no.
Even though Matt probably wanted to, he's like, "Who's this idiot?"
Cool, man. You did a good job.
He's a UFC veteran.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
So listen, you have he has a commercial, right?
Yeah.
A commercial he shot for a business.
Okay.
And what I would have said is, I have a commercial I shot for a local business. Can I send you the commercial? And if you like it, perhaps we can talk about shooting one for your business as well. I do social content. And just short, sweet, chill, right?
Okay.
How did that feel? How was that?
It felt good, man, but at the same time nerve-wracking.
Yeah, well, good, man, because what you have to understand is the point of that was not to make the sale. Right. It was to make you understand that it's just not that bad to ask, to get to know, whatever. And look, I know Matt. If you send him that video and it's good, he'll spend money, dude. He'll be, especially because you're local, like he'll spend money. He spends tons of money. He's a very successful entrepreneur. He knows the value. You might even pick up a deal there.
Nice.
So what are you going to do as soon as you get out of here?
Go home and send Matt an email.
Yeah, send him an email, right? And say, listen, man, here's the commercial. I can shoot stuff like this, or that. Thing is, you got to be short, sweet, and to the point. Guys like that, they don't have time for chitty-chatty, bull. Get to the point, boom. We respect things like that. Short, sweet, to the point. I just wanted you to do that because if you can do that, you can talk to somebody about their wedding. Do you feel like you have some additional tools to walk away with and better equip your business to make some friggin' money?
If I said no, can I stay in the chair? Yeah, absolutely, man.
All right. So let's recap real quick because this is stuff anybody can apply in their business. Number one, pick a friggin' market, man. You want to expand out later? Fine. Pick a market. Is it going to be business commercials? Is it going to be weddings? What's it going to be? Pick a market. Number two, set frames to the call. We live life in frames. Everything about our life is a frame. Take video, for example. 20 years ago, if you were to shoot video vertically, what would people say?
Oh my God, what are you doing, you idiot?
Yeah, what would they do, right? But today, because of social media, we've set the frame that vertical is okay.
Vertical is okay.
Everything's a frame, dude. Everything's a frame in life. There are some cultures that if you burp at the table, that's considered kind. That's considered saying thank you for the food. If you do that here, you're considered a degen, okay? You see what I'm saying? Everything in life is a frame. At the end of the day, there's this brain that is trapped inside of this dark little compartment called your skull, and it receives output from the world, and it translates that output the best way it knows how, and it tells you what's happening. On the call, set the frame. Make them understand how important the day is. Oh, you've talked to other photographers? Based on your conversations, how confident are you that they're going to capture every moment that you want?
Well, if they were confident, they would be on the phone with you, right?
Right. If they say, oh, I'm very confident. Okay, well then, curious, why are we on the phone? Most likely they're going to say, I don't know. I understand that my fees are an investment. They're probably more than them. Whether they are or not doesn't matter. They are more than them. But my question to you is it worth the extra investment to be 100% sure that you're going to capture every moment of your special day? You're not asking them for the sale. You're asking them if it's worth it. It's much easier to ask somebody if it's worth it than it is, give me your credit card number. You're not selling them a cell phone. You're not selling them a magazine subscription. Will that be Visa or MasterCard?
Right.
Okay. That old school.
Old school.
Is it worth the extra investment to be sure? And then you might want to try the free engagement photos. Just a little trick to drum up some business. Hey, if you got value from this video, but you don't have a business yet, and you're looking for an easy way to get started and make some internet money, I've left a link to a video in the description where I show you what I believe to be the easiest online business model to start right now, especially if you are a beginner. So click the link included in the description to watch that video now.